Hey, this is Garnet Lee back here on the, well, I was going to say on the couch, but I'm actually in the chair. I'm in the chair here on the stage at PAX 2015, powered by Twitch. Thanks for joining us. We have some more PAX Rising games coming for you right now. Chris from Pixelnauts joins us, and he's going to show us Lost Orbit, which is actually already out. So if you like what you see here, all you have to do is go to the PlayStation Network store. You can buy this bad boy right now.
That's true, and we're selling it at the booth as well, too, so you can come by.
There you go. Where's your booth?
We're at the PAX Rising Pavilion, so we're booth 4043.
There you go. Okay, so we're going to hop right in. Rami's going to do the driving, so you can get a chance. Rami's never played the game before.
I've never touched this game before.
You'll be able to get a sense for how well it's easy to pick up and play. Tell me a little bit, Chris, about what inspired you guys to do Lost Orbit. What's the idea here?
Whoa. So the basic idea is you take the role of Harrison, who's a maintenance worker and kind of your lowly hero, and he's stranded in deep space after his ship becomes destroyed while he's out doing repair. And he's 4 solar systems away from his home planet, and he's pretty much screwed. But he makes the decision that he's going to try and make it home and reconnect with his civilization. And he does that by using his jetpack and trying to make use of the gravitational pull of planets and also other physical properties of planets to propel him through the level as fast as possible.
So basically what you're saying is I'm dodging stuff as I go.
Yes, we call it a dodge bump. So basically your goal is not to be killed.
Okay, whoa. Oh, that, whoa,
there you
go. Okay. Oh, this guy's fast. Oh.
Yeah, so I love how we went through the first 30 seconds of okay, I moved the stick, things like, oh, this goes, and then all of a sudden it's like you hit the first pull and away you go.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch somebody playing with a partner and they're just kind of like, oh, this game's cute, and then they crash and die, and it's very visceral and surprising, yeah.
Yeah, that the impact is kind of unexpectedly gross. It's just like blood.
Yeah, the insta-death and the gibbs kind of add to the feeling of speed, right? Where you feel like if you make one tiny little mistake, that's it. But space travel is punishing, and we wanted to reflect that, so.
Space travel is punishing.
I mean, personal experience.
Space travel.
Oh, that's even worse.
That little out of control, just sort of
well, I guess you're suffocating in space now.
So if you release your boost, you're actually able to orbit those planets. If you're boosting, you have to just make sure that you don't hit them. So now if you speed up by pressing boost, as soon as you release it, you'll break orbit.
Okay, we're going. We're moving. Oh.
And also, if you want, you're actually able to screen wrap as well.
Yeah,
so you can pop off one side and pop on the other. That's actually surprisingly good. That was what, 2 deaths?
Yeah.
All right, 2 or 3. Let's see here.
Continue.
So as you can see, one of the core components of this game comes from speedrun mentality.
For sure.
The game's all about figuring out how can I maneuver through this world fast enough? How can I? What's the risk rewards? Do I go after
Try 3.
Do I go? What do you call the sunwells?
Pulsars.
The pulsars. Do I go after the pulsars as much as possible? Because obviously, the more speed I build up on them, the harder, the more. The less tolerant my control mistakes are going to be.
Right.
When do I orbit to pick up the shards? Because clearly I need to get those as well as I'm going around. But when do I want to come out of those and really move forward fast?
Yeah, and so our game, what we try to do is reflect the entire spectrum of if a beginner pops in, you can kind of take your time and explore and learn how things work. And then what we really wanted to do is make sure that there was a lot of depth so that if you wanted to master the game and speedrun everything and get platinum runs, you can. So planets act both as kind of like a little reprieve for people who are first starting to kind of just get their bearings and orbit. But also, when you start going really, really fast, you're using up your Mega Boost fuel. So if you'll notice, he's actually out of Mega Boost fuel right now. If you find a planet, by orbiting it, you're able to refill that tank. So when you get people who are really, really great at the game, what they'll do is blast through that fuel as fast as possible, orbit once, leave, and then keep going, and you're able to shave many seconds off your time by doing things like that.
Yeah, that's one of those things where these games oftentimes are deceptively. You seem to get the idea of it on the face of it right off the bat.
Yeah.
And yet once you start to dig into it and really start pushing the envelope, and especially seeing people on Twitch play it, you're gonna start to get this idea of how can I go after it differently. That was one thing I wanted to ask also, and I didn't on Thursday, so hopefully not putting you too much on the spot. Did you include any sort of
Recently found myself at oh crap. Oh.
And then you can also on the L1 and R1 you have barrel rolls. So as you collect obtainium through the game, you're actually able to go through and upgrade your system and kind of configure your player to play the way that you want them to.
I feel a little bit of that. Have you played? You probably played Trials back in the day.
I love Trials.
Yeah.
Trials was definitely a big inspiration for this game.
The gate mechanic seems to be a little bit of that, where if you're not performing optimal, you can just restart the entire level.
Yeah,
instead of
exactly. So, I mean, that's kind of a Super Meat Boy thing too, but we learned kind of very early on that if you're going to make a game that's very challenging and can be very frustrating, you want to make sure you minimize frustration wherever you can. And so in our game, we kind of did that by trying to make the deaths as visceral as possible, and also making sure that you can kind of just jump back in and try again.
You got to have that instant restart. You guys nailed that. You have that like instantaneously right back at the start, ready to go.
Yeah, like we don't want to rub it in your face that you lost. We just want to let you try again.
Oh, you just put blood all over my screen. Cheers.
So Chris, one thing I don't recall is how skilled are you at this game?
How skilled am I at
there
this game? I'm pretty good. Yeah.
Rami, what do you think? Should we let him show off some of the stuff that you?
Let me just.
I'm gonna let you stay on it.
Let me just get through this part. Let me just
take this controller from my dead hand.
He actually did fairly well. I mean, for a first run to get a silver, that's pretty good.
All right, so Chris, give him some pointers here. You got him on the brakes.
Some pointers. That one little turn, it's a bit janky. People tend to get caught up on that one right there. Yeah, you got it. You know what? I find that the more you overthink it, like it just gets harder and harder. You kind of just have to relax and try to go limp.
That's kind of what I've been seeing is like the more I try to think about what is happening, I keep dodging that Obtainium thing. I'm like,
you have a magnet right now that'll pull it towards you, so it's not that critical that you hit it right on.
Finally, screen wrap.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I have no idea what's happening. I missed everything.
It's all right. You got it.
All right, let's go. Give me something. Give me something, game. Give me something.
But there's a lot of.
There we go.
There's a lot of lead-ups that we try to give the player because it's such a fast-paced game to kind of indicate what's going to happen. So like you'll notice a lot of the obstacles are kind of have a dark edge around them. A lot of things that you want to hit will be glowing and bright.
Yep,
and we try to do like lead-ups to, like you'll see the gas planets have like a little bit of a lead-up to try and give you an idea of the angle that you want to hit.
And there's, even beyond that, there's a little bit of subtle channeling that's taking place in
For
the
sure,
way the obstacles are designed, so that there's some visual cueing there of, I should steer left here, I should steer right now. Now, whether or not you catch them quickly enough is a whole other question, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what it is, right? It's like the goal is to make it feel as much as possible that when you die, it's your fault and not ours.
It's continuously my fault, and it's eating at me. I can. Oh, God.
Which is one of the great things when you watch somebody who really gets into this game. They have that kind of one more try kind of mentality, and before you know it, they've spent 45 minutes. So at our booth, we've actually had a contest going on where if you platinum a track, we'll give you a free T-shirt. We've only had 2 guys beat it so far. So
all right, so there you go. If you are around PAX or you're coming up this afternoon on Monday, head over to the Pixel Dots booth. You have a chance to get a T-shirt. All you have to do is platinum. All you have to do is platinum.
Ow.
All right, everyone, stick around. We have more PAX Rising goodness coming right here from PAX 2015, powered by Twitch.